Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Tuesday weather update, and we have plenty to talk about in the New Zealand area at the moment with this low moving through, bringing with it strong winds and pockets of very heavy rain. Let's take a look at the animated wind map, and again we've put on the moisture level so you can see this atmospheric river that's been making all the news. So it's clearly moving away and off the North Island today. It'll be doing so across this afternoon. It's already started to ease in some in the north this morning. There could still be some big downpours, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm or two behind it all, but the main area of concern is really out here and feeding in now to the South Island. And of course the South Island's got much lower temperatures than the North Island's been enjoying lately, which means we'll be seeing heavy snow through places like Arthur's Pass, through the Southern Alps and above about 400 or 500 metres, and then lower down rain, and there could be too much rain coming in around Canterbury. And then elsewhere on the map, the usual sort of weather up around the tropics, and Australia surprisingly dry at the moment, although a colder southerly coming in around Adelaide thanks to a weak cold front. Let's take a look at the rainfall in New Zealand. This is from midday Tuesday, midday today, the next 24 hours. Areas of concern in the pink and purple shading. So Eastern Bay of Plenty, Gisborne Ranges, down around the lower North Island, and then around from about Blenheim right down to about Dunedin. So the whole sort of eastern and northeastern side of the South Island, and then a big chunk of the North Island, but it starts to ease right up here at the top. In fact, the far north might not be seeing much at all, other than a couple of isolated showers once this clears through. And Fiordland also not seeing a great deal of rain. So flooding risks across Canterbury, some slips and flooding around Marlborough and Nelson, and a similar story in these areas across the North Island over the next 24 hours as it moves through. And windy as well. This is lunchtime today. Worst winds in the orange here coming around. The low is sort of in the middle and it's feeding around like that. Calm conditions through much of the South Island, calm through much of the central North Island. Once that windy nor'easter eases, it will start to turn a bit more north to northwest. So this is how we are for Wednesday. There is the low off the eastern side of New Zealand. Two features for New Zealand on Wednesday. One, the warm, got to be careful with the word warm. Warm for this time of year, westerly blowing through over the North Island. It may not feel warm, but it'll keep temperatures above average in a number of areas still, and drier and sunnier for those in the east. And the other portion is in the lower South Island, Southland, Otago, and some parts of Canterbury caught up in a wintry southerly as a result of that low. In Australia, a cold southerly blowing up through here, a bit windy, a bit cold, a few showers along the coastline. Nothing too dramatic because there's a really big high over you. As we move through this week on Thursday, here comes the next low, forming in the Tasman, in the North Tasman Sea. Now this one's not going to be as big and as bad, but it's still going to come through over the North Island. So as the current low finally moves away, you can still see there's a colder, showery, south to southeasterly blowing on Thursday. Now by Friday, those winds down here, they're still coming from the south, but they're not as strong. But there might be a few snow flurries later on around the hills and ranges. But that low crosses over the North Island quite quickly. Burst of rain, burst of wind. And then finally, the North Island on Friday, the top half, getting some colder weather. It has been unbelievably mild lately. Overnight lows around 18 degrees or in the mid-teens in some areas. Daytime highs getting up into the late teens, even 20 degrees. So it's been very warm. In comes this change, and by Saturday, the windy sou'westers back to normal, blowing across the country. Plenty of showers along the western side, plenty of dry spells along the eastern side, and the wind flow is a westerly or a southwesterly, depending on where you are. And in Australia, your southerly fades, nor'westers come back, so temperatures lifting up in Adelaide, Melbourne, Hobart, and later on in Sydney as a westerly forms there for you. And our final map is on Sunday. So we've got high pressure to the north, and that's going to make a bit of a change to the lower South Island. You're going to get west to northwest winds coming through, and that will lift your temperatures up. For some of you in Southland, that means for the first time this week, you'll get to double digits. So that's a bit of a surprise. And in the north, because you'll be getting that colder wind and then lighter conditions, lighter winds with that high rolling through, temperatures will be dropping down into the low single digits for some of you when you wake up on Sunday morning. It won't linger because by Sunday night, that northwest flow from Australia will start to move in. So it's a typical forecast for this time of the year, to be honest with you, and it's school holidays, so that sort of doubles down that we've got to have some kind of severe weather. That is all from me for today. Don't forget you can follow the warnings and watches that Met Service are issuing on our website. A reminder also that a watch, it's not really a warning. A warning's a warning. A watch is saying that a warning is possible or that severe weather is borderline in your area. I only point that out because some of the news outlets have gone a little bit hyped on that one. Not surprising. That's all from me. Thanks for all the support. Really appreciate the support on YouTube as well. Have a great day. Stay safe. We'll see you on Wednesday.